Good morning. I am going to be doing a detailed day in the life of a teacher. In case you're new here, I'm a long-term substitute teacher, which pretty much means I do all the work like of an actual teacher. And it's for sure like a learning experience for me, but I wanted to take you along just to kind of show you in case you're an aspiring teacher, because I was an aspiring teacher until I got this job. I'm just kidding. No, I always wanted to be a teacher, but when I was working as an aide, I realized how like stressed out teachers are, and I was like, not sure if I want to go into that. I am a substitute teacher and I really like it. So I'm going to show you what it's like to be a long-term substitute teacher, which is like my first time doing it. So we're going to kind of go like very detailed on what a teacher does in a day. So for starters, it's 7:50. The kids are going to come in 5 minutes. So I'm just kind of doing a little to-do list of what I need to do today. I talked to my coworker earlier about what we were going to do for our 8th graders. Oh, by the way, I teach math for 6th grade and 8th grade. And so I was talking to the 8th grade teacher, and she was just kind of giving me like a run through of what we're going to do this week. And today the kids are going to continue on their test from Friday. And then we have a word search for the kids that are already done. I need to make copies of the word search. I need to make slides for our lesson tomorrow. I need to eat my chocolate cake. Sorry, that was so weird. My first class is my 6th grade class, and pretty much how I like do everything is I put on the slides for them. So I do an SEL question for them as their warm-up, so they can kind of like calm down, get all their little talkies out. And not talkies like the chips, talkies like their little chitter chatter. Once I'm done with that, I like do attendance, and then I put on the actual slides of like the lesson. How I go through the lesson slides is I have all of my notes in my notebook. So while I'm going through the slides, they should have their notebook and pencil out, and we're going through the slides, and I have these here. So yeah, right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the slides. And today we have a lesson on Desmos. Desmos is like a math website. Hey y'all, so I just finished my first 2 classes, and pretty much we just like teach the lesson. We did a homework check today. I need to make a reflection worksheet because I always tell the kids like, you guys are gonna write a reflection, but I never like give it to them. It's been a rough day, to be honest, just behavior wise, and part of me is like, am I just really impatient? But then the other part of me is like, no, like these kids don't know how to respect, and they don't know when to like stop talking, you know, like there's time to talk, there's time to chill. I made a lot of copies for their homework logs. I made this reflection assignment. Probably show you close. And pretty much, I remember when I was in elementary school and we didn't behave, they kind of made us write definitions. And so I did that for my kids. They have to write the definition of 4 words. They could choose whatever word they want from the dictionary. And then they have to write a sentence in their own words and do a drawing. And when I was showing this to the kids, they're like, oh, that's not too bad, right? Then I kind of scrolled to the bottom and I showed them this part, and it says, write 5 to 10 sentences on what inappropriate behavior you displayed in class, why it was not acceptable, and what you plan to do to prevent it from happening again in the future. Hey y'all, I'm on, oh, my mic is on. I'm on my nutrition right now, and I'm so like annoyed because apparently I forgot to put on deodorant. So I like stink. I'm just like grossed out by myself. The lesson went really well, and then I just have to like put in grades after because they're turning in their homeworks today. So I'm putting in grades, and I just feel really like teacher like because a bunch of the kids are asking like, oh, how can I get my grade up, blah blah blah, because this is the first grade they're getting like from the whole semester because they've just had substitutes. Hey y'all, I am on my lunch right now, and wait, let me charge my thing. To be honest, I don't even mind that I'm working on my lunch because I don't have like complicated stuff to do, and I don't know, it just makes me feel better knowing that stuff is done. And I would rather get as much done as I can here so I don't have to do much later when I get home. But yeah, have y'all tried these raisins? When I was little, my grandpa would always give me raisins, and obviously I didn't want to try them because I was like, ew, they look gross, but these are so good. Right now what I'm doing, I'm actually gonna eat and like take a little break, and then I'm doing my to-do list. It's a short day today, modified day for the kids. We have a meeting as teachers. I'm not gonna record there because that's like super embarrassing. I don't know, I'm like the newbie, so I just like feel like really uncomfortable with all the like veteran teachers. But we do have a meeting, so I have like an hour lunch, and then I have a meeting from like 1 to 3:30. I'm actually gonna email a parent. She wrote a note on the homework log that she was kind of concerned about her son's grade, and so I'm gonna input his homework log, see if his grade goes up, and then I'm gonna have to email her like, oh, his grade is gonna improve with like test corrections, blah 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 blah. Y'all, it is Thursday. I just wanted to say, yesterday I was super nervous about the meeting, right? I was nervous because we were gonna have to do like math like on the spot. I think anybody can be good at math, but I like study for it. Like when I teach my kids, I need to study for it before I teach it and I do it. Like I can't just like come up with it, you know? So I was nervous about that. Like I didn't want to look dumb, but I did it. I did the problem. It was just one problem I had to do, and I was so nervous about it, but I did it without like any prior like introduction or practice, and I just felt like, wow, like I actually know this stuff. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting smarter like doing this job, so I'm very happy about that. Today my 6th graders have a test, which I already printed out. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do right now is the table points. I don't know if I told you guys about the table points, but it's something that I do for like class management. I'm gonna be here for 2 months, and so I do class points, so like for each of my periods, and at the end before I leave, whichever class has the most points will be getting a pizza party or an ice cream party. And then another thing I forgot to say about what teachers do is they have to like constantly be grading and answering emails from students. So yesterday I had maybe like 5 kids email me like about their grade, about the homework. For me personally, I don't mind emailing them at like whatever time, like after work. I mean, like I know sometimes it can be stressful, like you're sending an email, you don't like get a reply quick. I email them if I have like, I email them right away if I have the answer like on the spot. If I need to like go on my computer or check my email and stuff, then it'll take me a little longer. I know that I would stress out when teachers wouldn't reply. So right now I'm inputting a grade because one of my students was telling me that he wanted his grade inputted because he wants to go to a basketball game, and I guess he's not allowed to until his grade goes up. So that's what I'm doing right now.